So we're here in stunningly beautiful Argentina with Frontiers Travel and Ian Coley Sporting, and we're shooting doves. Now, dove shooting in Argentina has always had kind of legendary status with most of the people that I speak to. And so you've only ever heard the stories, and all I can say is they're totally true. It's not just the landscape, it's not just the beautiful wilderness that's out here. There are more birds than I have ever seen on any continent of any species in my life. This place is an absolute haven for wing shooters. Now this morning started off pretty early. We were up at about 7, had breakfast, and then ventured out into the fields. Although it is winter here, you don't expect Argentina to be that cold. Now that has an effect on the birds. So to begin with, there were a few birds coming in 2s and 3s and singles that would give you a good shot, maybe 30, 40 yards. But the majority of the birds that were going over were extremely high, maybe even 100 yards high in the sky. Now they were flighting from where they stay and roost in the evenings over to where they feed during the day. So even though they're a little bit high for me, I know at some point during the day I'd see them pass back again. The morning started off with some pretty challenging shooting, and doves, they've got great eyesight and they react very quickly to any movement they see on the ground. So even though you might stand still and wait for them to come over, the minute you move, that's it. They break left, they break right, and you've got to make a decision very, very quickly. And it does hone your skills. It makes you more reactive, more responsive. It's not like you can track the bird because it could change direction. You've got to make a decision and go with it. But my highlight of the morning weren't the birds that I shot, it was how they were used afterwards. Around here is a haven not just for doves and pigeons and all manner of game birds, but also birds of prey. And we saw umpteen species of eagle, of hawk, magnificent birds of prey. And a couple of times I took a bird only for an eagle to swoop in, gather the bird, and then sit in a tree in front of me and eat my quarry. But it's good to know that even the birds that we don't pick don't go to waste. This morning's and this afternoon shooting were entirely different. A few singles coming in turned into absolute mayhem. As the birds were flying back from the feeding fields, they were just coming in droves, and I have never seen a population like it. 40, 50, 60, sometimes 100 birds at a time coming through in a covey, which makes it almost impossible to pick out an individual bird. So you get on one, it would change direction, another one would replace it, you've totally lost your sight picture and you have to readjust, and they're flying so fast, you really do have to shoot instinctively. Which, although it's not like how I'm used to shooting, it was a huge amount of fun. Wow, nice. And strewn around the ground around me were a lot more cartridges than there were birds. But that's what this is about. It's not just about killing birds, it's also about honing your skills, finding that target you find very difficult to hit normally. It's great sport, huge amounts of fun, but also really challenges your shooting ability. So what can I say? It's been a phenomenal day shooting here in Argentina, and my good pal Matako here. Thank you very much indeed. It's been a phenomenal loader. Now there are a lot of birds here, but it's the teamwork that really makes it happen. It's the communication between the loader, between myself, and making sure that he just seems to know when I'm ready to reload, the cartridges go in, and then we get very quickly onto the next bird. But the scenery is breathtaking, the countryside is just phenomenal. And this for me has been a culmination of a lifetime's worth of shooting, and it really has been a dream come true. And the great thing is we get to do it all again tomorrow.